So somebody in chat is mentioning Procter and Gamble. I forget if chat's going pretty fast, but somebody said something about how Procter and Gamble has basically said that they're going intersectional, they're going social justice, and that's not surprising. We did a video called Woke Ads. I think we did it a year or two ago, where we started looking at. I started noticing probably 4 or 5 years ago that the Super Bowl ads were getting pretty woke, and it was interesting to me because it's like, well, my ideology for so many years when I pushed it, my old ideology was not mainstream. And then suddenly corporations started speaking it. And that was my first indication that this is going big, that this is becoming a mainstream thing because corporations are speaking it. And Procter and Gamble is one of the worst offenders. They do some of the most woke ads that have nothing to do with the product, that are simply virtue signaling, where they never even mention what they're selling you. They're selling you on the brand. And one of the grossest things I've ever seen, being on the left, is leftists who get googly eyed about corporations because they're virtue signaling. I mean, the left was always, against corporate power. The left was always, for the longest time, I felt, one of the reasons I was on the left was that I misunderstood this, but it seemed to me that it was about protecting the individual, pushing back against corporations, corporate control. And now if a corporation does an ad virtue signaling to you, you're all on board with them. They pull your emotional heartstrings. I saw this post going around this week. It said, man, hats off to Procter and Gamble for this bold commercial.
Well, why is that
This
new
is
though? They own Gillette. You know that, right?
Yeah, they own Gillette. It's not new, and they've been
Oh,
doing
okay.
it since before. So one of the Super Bowl ads we criticized was not Gillette. It's just that they've gone like whole
They're
hog,
going
and they
even deeper.
continue to do these.
Okay.
Yeah, they go even deeper, and there's nothing in, like, at the end of this new article, or this new advertisement, they have a link where you can go to pg.com, talk about bias. Yeah, because I want my corporations to be talking to me about moral issues again. Like, what and leftists love this. Leftists who previously were, that's all it takes for you to get on board with corporate power, is for them to do an ad where they're like, this is what it's like being in a black person's skin. I love you, Procter and Gamble.
I'll buy your dish detergent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll buy your razors.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's related, just again because of Spotify going woke, all these companies going woke. And if you look around you, I still see the repercussions of, we're still in this phase of social justice having become dominant in corporations, in our culture at large. And yes, there's starting to be pushback. Trump is pushing back, finally calling out some of this stuff by name, and we can talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But there is pushback. There are people who've been talking about the dangers of this belief system for years, who are starting to be heard, whose voices are starting to reach others, and then those people are starting to speak as well. And I think the pushback and the resistance to this is growing. But I'm still turning on Spotify, or I'm still turning on YouTube or Amazon and being lectured and virtue signaled to. You turn on the TV and Procter & Gamble is doing a racial justice advertisement that has nothing to do with their products.
Well, and I don't think that's going to
And
let
they
up
want to
anytime
say
soon. I mean,
that they're fighting, that they are somehow the resistance, when all the major corporations are virtue signaling for them.
right. Well, I mean, look, large corporations are always viewed as the the status quo. So if there's an opportunity for them to look edgy in a cool way, they're gonna seize it. And this is a way for them to look edgy, like hashtag resistance. We're $1 trillion
Yeah.
company. Hashtag resistance. It's like, all right. Uh,
Hashtag fight capitalism.
you know what resistance looks like? It actually looks like it's the battle inside of Spotify. Like Spotify is having an internal struggle, clearly, with people who truly believe the ideology and people who were just paying lip service because they wanted to ride it, but they really want to make money. And they'll have Joe Rogan on.